Greetings, families. Welcome back once again. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. If this is your first time, my name is Mamri, and you are very welcome. My returning families, my VIPs, my kings and queens, my new members, thank you. God bless you all. I truly appreciate your time, your encouragement. This video, I came across it by accident. The Minister for Foreign Affairs, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Burkina Faso was interviewed by a lovely lady called Stephanie. So families, please listen to this interview about everything that is going on in Burkina Faso and more, the plans for the future. Now, the misconception of other, media outlets, other government, what they say about Burkina Faso, whether it's true or not, how we need to change the narrative more. It's long. I'll leave you here and I'll be back. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for your time, Mr. Minister. It is greatly appreciated. I don't know if you realize how much not only the Burkinabes in the diaspora, but Africans in general, they are really behind Burkina Faso.
That's quite reassuring. In view of certain press, we don't always have that impression. But now knowing that there are Africans who share our struggle, I think that's quite reassuring.
We were wondering, as the Minister of Foreign Affairs, what exactly are the facilities for the diaspora to come and invest here in Burkina Faso for those who are interested in doing so?
I think all states are governed by, there are a number of texts that codify a bit, that organize investments. So there is the whole set of documents, but there are also at the level of the institutional architecture, the departments that handle that. Our role as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs is first to open the doors to the outside world, to reassure people that they have a stable environment conducive to investment, but also to support them as needed as soon as they are in the country to facilitate contacts. And we have been doing this for a while. We always work in synergy with other departments. This includes the Ministry of Commerce, the Ministry of Industry, and today the Department of Major Works. So we try to coordinate, provide information, act as an interface, connect and support. It's important that the diaspora takes the time to thoroughly look at Africa's potential today. Everyone, the West, when they speak, they say Africa. It's the future. Africa is the future. In fact, they are talking about their own future. They say it's the future of Africans. We need to become aware of this. Why do they say they cannot envision their future without Africa? And we are here, seeing our future from our own perspective. Something is wrong. We are convinced that we need to deconstruct many cliches that continue to tarnish Africa's image so that we can truly present this Africa of alternatives, the Africa of solutions, the Africa of possibilities driven by Africans. And that is Captain Traore's vision, which tries to show that we cannot envision our future by placing at the center other entities like the West. We have everything. And for a long time, we have spent time saying that we are rich and that others are exploiting our resources. But what are we lacking today to exploit our resources? With the diaspora today, we realize that we have all the expertise to add value. We constitute ourselves the same market here in Africa. It's practically 1 billion inhabitants, so it's already a market. Let's build our market, create added value. Let's transform locally, consume. We don't need to sell, corn or go buy sweet corn at the supermarket when we have land that can grow it here. These are often simple and trivial things. I often see even toothpicks, they're twigs, cotton, simple, we produce it. but we go to buy absorbent cotton at the pharmacy even though we have the ability to make it here. President Traore tried to break the mold, and we realized that there's a lot of untapped potential that we hadn't valued. We have remained in a framework inherited from colonization that dictates to each country the sectors in which they should specialize. Here, we have remained in cotton. We forgot about pineapples, we forgot about other products. Today we realize that we have the potential to do it. We can't produce pineapples in the Maghreb and not be able to produce them here, yet it is being done. So I believe there is a question of political will and commitment that has probably been sequestered. I don't want to say absent. It has been sequestered in the relations between countries. And our job today is to break those locks and let people achieve their potential at home. Today, we have all kinds of production in Burkina. We produce fish. We have fish farming ponds. For a long time, it was presented as costly projects. So I believe Africans need to mobilize so they can start from Africa. I often like to present, we say, we are the cradle of humanity, so everything started from here. Everything must come back here. It's important. You know, when you are a country that much of the press tries to present as a battlefield, there is no better antithesis than showing things on the ground. And that's what we are trying to do. You go to certain media outlets, the image they present of Burkina is always war, death, attacks, explosive devices. They confine you to a concentration of horrible images. We must not forget that there is FESPACO, that there is the Tour du Faso, a cycling tour. People are not racing in armored vehicles, it's on bicycles. The maximum speed is below 50 kilos per hour, but we hosted the Tour du Faso here. It covered a good part of the country. So when you follow certain media that show this place as a destination, it's not just slightly unrecommended, it's completely unbelievable.
Yeah. Thank you so much, families. If you are still here listening, it means you love it. There is more to come. He talked about Congo. He talked about all the factories that they have planned to build and the ones that they have built already. If you are new here, there is more on the channel. He's just not saying it. We have evidence here on this YouTube channel that you can go back and watch and listen to them. There are many. I can't begin to count them. There is one thing that he mentioned that I feel it and I feel it more about Congo. He touched on Congo as well. How they tell us Africa is future, yet they want to take it all. How they tell us we cannot do it. I mean, you will listen to it all. I'll be back. Families, thank you for your time.
That is not the case. The momentum driven by Captain Traore inaugurated 5 industrial units in Burkina. This had never been done in the past. The tomato industry, the cement industry, the detergent industry. Today we have a mining waste processing unit. There is a refinery unit under construction. There are many initiatives like this that are underway and that are carried by. So we are sons of the country or the continent.
We are here for that, to showcase the achievements of the country. We have done 3 reports so far, and we will surely do a 4th to show that the image of Burkina is not what you think. It is not what some media portray. There is life here. We arrived. We are treated very well. We eat well. We sleep well. And there are investors. There are businesses. When I say we eat, we sleep, we go out, it means we are heading towards businesses and everything is going smoothly.
That's exactly it. I think communication has a fundamental role. Information. When I say information, I mean true and accurate information. Africans are taught to fear each other. It's true. Neighboring countries are taught to be afraid by saying, don't go there, it's not good. But that's not true at all. These are divisions that prevent us from coming together and realizing our strength, our capacity. To realize that we are a market. Exactly, that's it. Today,
We don't need to go far to get certain products when we can have them in the sub-region, in the domestic market. But you're barely given the time to become aware of these capabilities. What's happening here today is about saying, let's provide a favorable environment, and the youth will achieve great things. It's nothing more than that. You have quite a few startups, young people who innovate, who present products that deserve all the support in the world. But every significant step you take scares precisely those who need your resources. That's it. So we are beginning a sort of chapter conflicting around these materials that belong to us. But then some also need and will always fight for the law. Otherwise, it's an aberration. We laugh, and I know it has always been the president's fight. Traore. The situation in the DRC. It's horrible. What's happening? Yes, go.
I don't know what the minister says. Because, for example, I am alone in the African diaspora, and it's about applying to really come and invest because investors keep coming. They are not necessarily the same investors, but investors keep coming. Investors are there every day to come and invest, while the African diaspora is still sitting, and they wait because Africa overwhelms us. So, if today some investors are no longer there, for him, it's for Africans to take ownership of that. They make room for all investors of our kind, so it's the time to come. Come and invest in the industries. The industries are testing the waters so that there aren't too many. And besides that, there are plenty of opportunities.
And Mr. Minister, I wanted to say something about this guy here. I met him in New York. He's a very good friend for a very long time. He decided to come back here. He said, I say it. He knows he didn't want to get American citizenship. Many of his friends were saying, but wait, try to get American papers. And he said, no, I'm going back to Burkina. Burkina needs me. And he's a major investor. He impacts his country. And I thank him because he is one of the few people who brought me to Burkina and helped me discover what is happening here in Burkina. And now we have the opportunity to talk about it directly on social media and change the perception and improve the idea we have.
I followed the impressive journey of a young Malian, and I believe he managed to summarize the situation. What he says, he too, it's the same journey. He was in the United States, but he says, where I was, there are many young people like me who know how to do what I do. If I decide to return to my country, there aren't yet many young people who know how to do what I do. But I can lead many young people to be like me. It's beyond everything. I think this is something that should motivate me to return. I am not necessarily an extremist about permanent residency, to return. Because today we have the possibility to let our minds travel without being physically present. Absolutely. Whether I am somewhere in Australia or at the North Pole, the know-how. If I know that I have something that can benefit my country, that I can have the opportunity to make it benefit my country, even if I am obliged to reside where I am. That's what Africa is waiting for. And for me, it's one of the ingredients needed to bring about change. The trend and allow this continent to stand out from everything presented on social media. When we talk about Africa, we talk about unemployment. When we talk about Africa, we talk about the boats that fail on the coast. When we talk about Africa, we talk about hunger. We never talk about Africa's interesting products when talking about Africans. When it's interesting, it's always associated with a foreign company. No, this needs to stop. We cannot talk about the gold of Burkina Faso. It's a fight that only Africans should lead. No one else will come to do this. I think that's what President Traore has understood, because he knows that everything is possible here. If they can produce watermelon in Israel, we can certainly produce watermelon here in Dori. And it's not a question of lack of water, we have water.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Minister. It is appreciated. I would like to reiterate the support. From members of the diaspora, I think most of the channel's subscribers agree with me. We support you. But I will tell these members of the diaspora that beyond supporting with words, we support with funding, with investment. That's where we make a difference. And I thank the Burkinabe government again for taking the time to appear on the channel to share its views with us. Thank you, Mr. Minister. Thank you. You are doing it.
Thank you so much, families, for listening and watching. Yes, misinformation is everywhere. For a long time, we were told that Africa is poor. Africa has nothing. Anything we have in Africa is no good except the foreign ones. Now they are telling us Africa is future, but it's not the future for Africans. It's future for them because they are coming and they are taking it all. And so I've learned a lot about what he has said. Not that I do not know some of them, but sometimes listening to them by the authorities, then you know that they are at the right track, even though we know that already. They are not sleeping and they will not sleep off, not at all. Whatever they are doing is everything is deliberate. That's what I mean. Everything is deliberate. And one by one, they are proving each and every one wrong. Thank goodness that we have leaders like these in these three countries, if not more. At least they can play the same game that the others are playing. It's about time. For me, what I want is peace to the world. Let peace prevail. Let everyone enjoy what they have. Whether you have more, whether you have small, enjoy it. If you want something from anyone, ask them, ask their permission. Don't just go and delete and take. I'll leave you here. I'll link the channel of this wonderful, beautiful lady. Please go there, listen. There might be more videos there for you to listen to concerning business wise. So yes, thank you so much, our sister, for sharing this interview. You are the lucky one for having our minister over there to ask more questions. And to our brother who left and went home to help build the countries, we wish you all the best. We know there will be success story coming soon. Thank you so much for sharing this with us. Credit to my sister. I'll put her name there. See you soon, families. Bye bye. If you like anything like this, please like the video, share it, let others know what is going on. They are calling for each and everyone to come, those who can do something. Yes, the evidence is on the channel. I cannot repeat that more. They are not just talking. See you soon, families. Bye bye.